Now remember, we looked at the two ways of creating functions. One was the function declaration. I'm just going to uncomment this code by selecting it and typing in or clicking command / so it basically comments and then uncomments code. So this format is actually called function declaration or function statement. And this style of writing a function is called a function expression. And they both act and run the same way, but with one exception. So to show that demonstration, I'm simply going to invoke both of these functions. Actually, just move all these three lines over here, okay, on the top. And I'm going to simply remove this. And now I'm going to save. And before I hit refresh, look at this code, pause the video, and tell me what is going to happen. These functions are the same, all right? They're basically the same with different formats, and I just run them. What do you think is going to happen? Okay, so let's take a look. I'm going to refresh, and what do you get? On line number 8, I get Aziz Ali. So line number 8 is what? This one. So the function declaration got the right answer. But then on line number 3, we got an error, that type error, merge text2 is not a function. Interesting, right? So line number 3 is this, and we see that merge text2 is not a function. So the difference is actually about hoisting. Although they both are doing the same thing, but since they are written in a different format, they actually hoist differently. So going back to our definition, all right, what is variable declaration? That means creation of a variable, and as you have learned, all variables are declared automatically on the top with no value. The default value is undefined. So since this is called function declaration, when this particular function is created, before this entire line of code this entire program is run, the function declaration with all of these values are created on the top. So these are hoisted. So it's the same way as writing this all the way on the top, as if it was on the top. So it gets hoisted before the first line of code is executed. So these are hoisted. So I'm just going to put in hoisted. So that's why when it actually comes to line number 2, it runs as expected. Because even when this particular line was not even there, the program didn't even execute this line, it automatically hoisted it to the top before it even started executing. But the function expression is also hoisted because it's var merge text2, but since it's this particular format, the var merge2 format, it actually gets hoisted, but with the undefined value. So it's the same as writing var merge text2 like is equal to undefined, because it's hoisted but with no value. So that's why when it comes to line number 4, it says, okay, merge text2, run this function, and the program says, hey, I know what merge text2 is, but it's not a function. It's actually undefined. You cannot run it. So that's why it says it's not a function. It's not a function. We hoisted it, but it did not have any value. That's why it says an error. So that is a very important concept in JavaScript, and you can troubleshoot the problems that you see based on this understanding. So they both are basically hoisted, but this entire function declaration, all of its value automatically, all of it is hoisted automatically. But in this case, it acts like normal variables, as we have seen in our previous video, only the name is registered, but the values are not assigned. So the value gets assigned only when it comes to line number 14, and then it actually says, okay, this is a function, right? So now I'm going to work. So basically, if you want to use this particular format, you want to make sure that the invocation of the function only happens after the function is created in the function expression. So now when I run this code, it should work. So refresh. Yes, the first one runs on line number 10, which is line number 10 is this. So this one runs first because I ran this first. And then line number 16 runs. Line number 16 is over here because I ran it after. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to talk to you in the next.